ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तस्वितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गोदेवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति ॐ शान्ति। Namaste.
Namaste. Welcome to the newest episode of Show Me Your Diamond podcast. I am Giulia Castelli, your podcast and YouTube channel host, Show Me Your Diamond, entrepreneur, hypnotherapist, rapid transformational therapist, and professional in the jewelry industry with more than 2 decades experience. I have just come back from an amazing journey, a spiritual journey, 2 weeks in India and Bhutan with Guru Monk. This was such a special place. That's why I wanted to introduce you to Guru Monk.
Thank you.
We had the most amazing time. This was my first visit to India and Bhutan, and it was probably the most special trip I have ever done in my life. Spiritual journey with a monk. We learned so much. We visited so many sacred places, temples, monasteries. We met Buddhist monks, so many different temples. We took part in amazing rituals. We took a lot of your wisdom. We did fire ceremonies. We climbed to tiger nests in Bhutan. We met incredible people, and you gave us very, very special access to places where tourists do not go. And I'm very grateful for that. We were a group of very special women who you took on a spiritual journey. And how was that for you, traveling with us and sharing your wisdom and sharing the access to the very special places, monasteries, temples where tourists do not go?
All this journey, wherever we go, it is all destined. It was your calling, all of you. And the people who were not meant to be on this journey, they were not able to make it. We had few more people joining, but they had to cancel. So it's everything is when you're ready for the journey, it happens.
I fell in love with your country and with Bhutan. So I mean, where do I even start? Which sacred moment do I share? I was amazed by our journey in the Golden Temple in Amritsar. And as you said, this was a challenge on its own. Not everyone can withstand it,
Yeah.
but we all did it. What does it mean? Does it mean we were ready?
Yes, when you're ready to go and visit these sacred places, temples, monasteries, it's all vibrations. Everything on this universe are vibrating at different frequencies. And all these sacred places like temples, monasteries, they have their own vibrations on a very high frequencies. We can only go there when we are ready for it, or when we feel we need the healing, we need to attend some place, some vibrations. So you all were ready, and that's why we went first to Golden Temple, which is when you enter that place, you feel it's a different dimension altogether.
Yes, you're right. I mean, apart from the architectural beauty, the natural beauty, all this gold is real gold. I believe our special guide told us it was 800 kilograms of real gold
Yes.
on the temple, and then the big book inside the. Could you tell us
Yeah.
about that special book? There were
That-
different rituals, and it was so special.
So that holy book is called Granth Sahib. It was written by gurus of Sikhism, and it was written by automatic writing.
And
And so the book which we saw, the holy book which we saw on the third floor of the Golden Temple, that was the original book written by the Guru, handwritten book. And it was, that's why they have preserved it. And the vibrations are very positive there.
I
So
felt it. I felt it. I did not want to leave that place. It was magical.
it's,
And what about that special water surrounding the temple? And you explained how important it is. And we actually did take the three dips in the water.
yes,
What does this signify?
this, there's a long story behind this. When the temple was built there, before that it was just a small pond, and there was one small tree there, which is still today it has been preserved. So this water had some magical, mystical qualities in that. And so there was a king who had punished his daughter because she was not believing in him. She was believing in God. So he just got her married to a very handicapped man. And then, but she accepted it because she believed in God. So they were traveling. When they came near the pond, there was a tree. So she told, okay, I'll keep you here. Don't move anywhere. I'll get some food for you from the village. So when he was sitting there, he was handicapped. He saw black crows jumping in the water, and when they were coming out, they were totally white. So as if something is been getting cleansed. It was a miracle. Maybe it was a sign for him. So he thought he will jump into the water, maybe something he may get blessed. So he somehow crawled and he just took a dip in that pond, and he just kept his one hand outside so his wife recognizes it. So he just jumped into that pond, and he became okay. Totally, his body was fully recovered
Healed.
and everything. When his wife came, she was not able to recognize him. Then he showed, no, I'm your husband, because his appearance changed. And that belief grew. And the king, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he built a golden temple there. So till
Mm.
today, that vibrations are there. People come and they take three dips in the water just to cleanse your karma and restart your life.
I did take the three dips,
Okay.
and it was very special. And I also brought some holy water from that special pond or lake. Shall I call it a magical lake?
Yes, it's magical.
Wow. And then in Bhutan, it was also very, very special. Why, Guru Monk, do you think that they call this the happiest country in the world?
Interesting. Okay. People have different sense of happiness, but when you go to Bhutan, your concept of happiness changes. Now, USA is called the most developed country and very rich country, but the people there are the most unhappy people on this dimension, wherever, whichever part of US I traveled. But when I entered Bhutan, everywhere I was able to feel happiness. People were smiling as if they don't have any pressure of life because they are very grounded. They live a very simple life. Internet has been introduced in Bhutan just few years back, and if you see, they don't have any fast food chain there.
Oh, yes.
They don't have KFC, they don't have Burger King or pizza,
McDonald's, no
McDonald's,
McDonald's.
nothing, and they just have organic food. The food was so good
Yes,
and
I
easy to
agree.
digest.
Yeah, simple.
Whichever places, monasteries or restaurants we went, the food was totally organic. So that
Yes.
changes the life of the people and they're more happy because they have their limited needs.
Mm.
Here we are running after something, but they are just there. They are living in presence. They are more practical.
And do you think the fact that Bhutan is 98% mountain and 70% forest, there's so much nature there, and there are only 700,000 inhabitants in the whole country. Do you think this has to do something to do with why they're so happy? There's so
Yes,
much
of course,
nature.
there is because of the nature, the vibrations. Now, when we talk about the vibrations and frequencies, the frequency is the most powerful and the most transcendent or most spiritual frequency, if you call, of this dimension, dimensions, and universes. The most powerful frequency that connects all of us is the frequency of 432 hertz. The 432 hertz is a frequency of compassion and the frequency of love. That frequency is on the very high notes there in Bhutan. People are very compassionate. People are very, they love the nature, they love each other, so they are ready to help anyone, and there's no crime rate there. I asked one of our guides there that women, if it is too late, how at 1 o'clock, he's telling if it is 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, if women is walking alone on the streets, they're still safe. Where in any other part of the world you'll get this?
That's true. I never been to a country so preserved, so unspoiled, and honestly, I fell in love with it. I'm a bit ashamed to share that I didn't know much about Bhutan. It was never on my bucket list. But when my friend Tatiana told me, let's go on this journey with Guru Monk, and because I was lucky enough to know you before that, we have done so many beautiful ceremonies and fires together. I said, okay, India, yes, I've always wanted to go to India. I want to see and experience the richness, the culture, the food, the colors. But Bhutan, do I need to go there? But once she told me that it's so hard to get there,
Get there, right?
it's very hard to get there. You have to obtain visa. They limit the amount of tourists who can enter the
Enter Bhutan.
country. You pay $100 a day just because you're there. You have to have a local tour guide with you to explore the country. So once I heard it's hard to get there, I said, I mean, I'm going with you and Guru Monk. I go anywhere, and I just trusted my intuition. And as you said, I was meant, I guess now looking back, I was meant to go there because this country is in my heart and I'm
Yes.
sure we are going back. Is there something that I know that there are big plans? Is there something you want to share or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
I
stay
want to
tuned.
surprise you all.
Okay, then we'll have a separate episode on the amazing things that are being in the works,
Yeah.
God willing. But what we can share is that me and you together, we're co writing a book called
Yes, we are
Vibrating,
vibrating. Right.
because Guru Monk knows so much about vibrations and energy. And it's just not fair that you keep it to yourself. I know you're teaching many people, but having a book and helping millions of people around the world will really make a mark on the world. And of course, I'll share what I know from the perspective of, you know, me living here, knowing vibrations, living it, from the perspective of a coach and therapist as well, because I do work with people and I know a little bit about vibration. So combining our experiences that are so different would be magical. So stay tuned. We are going to tell you more about it in due time.
Thank you.
But talking about vibrations, Monk, how can people raise their vibrations?
Okay. This question has been asked by many people when they talk about vibrations. Okay, everyone in today's world, most of them, 98% people, they talk about vibrations. They know what is vibrations because they tell, okay, today I'm feeling low.
Mm.
Low means my vibrations are low. Oh, I'm not okay today. So I need to bring my vibrations high. The problem in today's world is that there's no purity.
Mm.
Everywhere the things are there, whether you talk about air quality, whether you talk about the humans, whether you talk about the energies, a race where people are jealous of each other,
Mm.
and everyone is running after money. So
Money. Let's talk
that's
about money as well.
okay. So the vibrations, people they don't understand what exactly the vibration and how it affects us in daily life. It affects us without knowing. We do some things that it blocks us. We are, first of all, we, even the food we eat, it makes changes because food itself is carrying so much of vibrations.
Mm.
If you eat junk food, it has it is having its own vibrations which are not good for us,
Mm.
but still we enjoy because it's tasty. So you
So the
saw,
companies make it chemically
yes,
addictive and
yes,
tasty,
tasty,
and they put sugar in everything. And
yeah.
sugar, we know, is the biggest addiction in the world. So it's
So
money is
yes,
at the forefront of.
everywhere money is ruling because people can do anything for money.
Mm.
They don't care for any relations, they don't care for harming anyone or pushing anyone under the bus for
Mm.
money. Relations and everything are secondary. So there's no compassion when the money comes.
Mm.
But you saw in Bhutan, the food was so simple.
Mm.
Everywhere we went, the food was so organic. So there was no any energy you felt it so pure.
Mm.
But when this, even the language which we talk today, today's generation, you see, today's generation, the language what they talk, you get confused what they're up to because every word, every spelling you speak, it's like a spell.
Mm.
Spellings came from spell.
Aha.
Each word you speak, it's a spell. If you talk positive, it will give you the positive vibrations. You talk negative, you abuse somebody with wrong words, it brings that energy, and even you absorb that energy. So there are so many things
Mm.
that vibrations are there around and it affects the human, our daily life.
As a rapid transformational therapist and a coach, I teach my clients the power of the language for them to realize, because when they come to me, and very often I have on my form that they need to fill in, I have, what is that you want? Describe me the life that you want. And I find that people actually do not know what they want. They know what they do not want. So it's all negative. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to feel jealousy. So So I teach them the power of the language and what you said, because if you say, I want more calm in my life, I want to be relaxed, I want positive vibrations. I would like more energy in my life, even just by the way we express ourselves. And this is exactly what you're talking. And that's why bringing your experience and my experience, I can't wait to share, because this sounds so simple, but it's actually groundbreaking. This will change many people's lives. And I hope our children, because they're the ones that now use, I don't know, such abbreviation. When you see how they talk over social media, it's like 4 letters, 3 letters. I have no idea what it is. There's so much swearing in what they're using. I hope that they get to understand the power of beautiful words, positive words,
Yeah.
calm, peace, and love that you're talking about. So there's so many things I want to ask you. You're just such a wealth of experience and knowledge and wisdom. So, other things that I want to ask, okay, you're talking about dimensions. Could you tell us a little bit more? How many dimensions are they?
So this is a very big
Topic.
topic,
Just
and if
shortly.
we talk about the spiritual thing, there are 7 dimensions. The seventh one is called, the seventh real is called the heaven, where we all come from our original home, and everything is there. So, but other dimensions are there. The sixth dimension, fifth, and this is fourth one.
We are
Earth.
living in the
The
fourth
fourth
dimension.
fourth is most dangerous dimension because it's black and white. It's half day and half night.
And there's a lot of pain.
This dimension is full of pain, and then lower you go, it's total dark. Fourth
Mm.
is little murky. Fifth, third dimension, it's little dark, very little. It's more cloudy, and then second and first dimension is totally dark. People, they go through that dimension when they are in total negative karma.
Mm.
So these dimensions are there, but we come here to grow spiritually. But this dimension is having free will. We all have a free will. So that's why, because of the free will, instead of growing spiritually, sometimes we take a downturn, wrong society,
Mm.
without understanding, because our memory is locked at 14%. More than that, we don't know. Till you open up your chakras and get aligned with your third eye, and then you can understand what is happening. But that you can only connect when you're spiritually aligned.
So, what is karma and how do we grow spiritually?
Karma is your own actions.
Mm.
Whatever you do, you get back. You do good, you'll get everything positive. You do bad for somebody, you have to pay for it. Everything what we do has consequences. We write our own karma, and that only we have to clean our own karma. Nobody's can Nobody is going to come for you. Nobody can do anything for you. See, we all know that we were born alone and we are going to die alone. That's the reality of life. But we forget all these things and we just start running after money. We have looking for, okay, I have one house, suppose. So then I want one more house. Then if when I have second house, then I want a third one also. That's a greed.
Mm.
That's what the whole human race is on. Everybody is on the path of greed, that jealousy, and all these things are bringing them down, so that they're losing their path of spirituality.
And so, is love the answer? And if love is the answer, why do we have so many relationships breaking up, so many marriages failing, so many families not talking to each other?
All vibrations and frequencies. See, first of all, we forget what is love and what is like.
Do we mistake the like for love?
Yeah, we mistake. One Somebody asked Buddha, what is the difference between loving someone and liking someone? So, the most beautiful answer I have ever heard. Buddha told that if you love someone, you want to water that. Suppose you have a rose, you like it, you want to water it. But if you like someone, you'll just pluck the flower and just try to use it, take the smell, and so you don't. And this is a difference between love and like.
Mm, how beautiful. And the question that I ask every diamond who comes on my podcast: what is your diamond, Guru Monk?
My diamond is Shambhala. Shambhala is the place of peace. That's also called Shangri-La.
Mm.
And Shangri-La is people who don't know, they just feel it's a myth, but I know it's a reality. And there's a monastery also, Shangri-La Monastery, on the Himalayan ranges, which is at 11,000 feet above. And many believe that Shambhala is a secret city uh, where near Mount Kailasha. So many stories are there, but people who are on that frequency, they do attend Shambhala, they do visit Shambhala. Many monks have been there, and so that's the place where you don't age and there's no pain, and you live for long and long, for
Oh
years,
my God.
for thousands of years. People have been living there. That's the most beautiful part. This dimension. It's the you can call it a parallel dimension. You can call it.
Have you been there? Wow, what a beautiful answer. I don't think I have ever heard that on my podcast so far. So, Shambhala, Shangri-La, a place of peace, calm, and no pain. That sounds like a dream place.
Yes, it is a dream place.
Thank you for
Everyone,
sharing that with us.
everyone would love to go there
Yes,
because
yes,
there's
sounds like a dream,
yeah, and it's very beautiful place.
but not everyone can get there, right?
You have to
Again,
cleanse yourself. You have
vibrations.
to vibrate that higher frequency. You have to, you know, you have to believe in that, and
Yes.
because you can't. You have to remove. You have to start living like a monk. You have to remove your this thing,
So,
four parts: jealousy, lust, greed from your system to
wow.
reach there.
For us humans, that's a big job.
No, no, no. There are human beings only who are going.
Yes,
Nowadays, they
yes.
have started vibrating on that frequency
Wow.
because there are many people who want to, after getting problems in the whole daily life, they are trying to grow spiritually and they are feeling more peaceful there.
Mm.
See,
Sounds
you, after
amazing.
coming from this journey, I'm finding change in you,
Yes. So,
transformed.
what do you see? What do you see or feel that has changed?
You have become
Changed.
more calmer, you're more positive and
Mm.
more focused.
Mm.
There's a change in the whole journey in this 2 weeks.
Yes.
Not only you, everyone who were there.
Yes, we were a very special group. We were lucky to have you with us, and you showed us, you took us to places, sacred places with very high vibrations. So we absorbed that, we absorbed your teachings, we absorbed the vibrations of the nature and the sacred places that have been there for centuries,
Centuries, years,
centuries,
thousands of
years,
years.
thousands of years. So this was very special. And another question I ask all my guests, because I really choose only special people who have something to share and who want to share their wisdom and experience with the world to make the world a better place. So if someone that is listening to my podcast or watching my YouTube channel, Show Me Your Diamond, if they're struggling right now, if they feel low, if they feel depression or anxiety, overwhelmed, if they feel burnout, what would be your advice as a monk, as a guru? What could they do to get out of the black hole, to get that fate and start living again instead of just existing? So many people just exist.
It depends. Everybody has a different story for themselves. They are going through different mess of their life. So cleansing that is a separate issue, but you just will start believing in yourself first. Believe in yourself, and everything is within you. There's a whole universe within you, and we have, all of us have that much powers that everyone can reach Shangri-La. That much is a power given to us by the universe. People living in Shangri-La are also like us. They
Mm.
had worked on them, and that they were able to cross there. So everyone has that energy within them. So you just start believing yourself.
That's
Then
the first step.
that's the first step. Start going after some things which are not meant for you, and stop going on depending on somebody. Don't get been dominated by somebody. Do what you feel good for yourself. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a secondary. But do
Mm.
always what is you feel
What
is
you
good.
feel and what
Just be
you.
yourself.
Wow. And for that, I believe we need to stop running. We need to take a pause. We need to have the silence so we could hear that inner voice that we all have,
Yeah.
because in all of us there's this beautiful inner diamond, and it can shine, it can show us the light.
Yes.
Thank you, Paramount.
Thank you. Thank you.